Well, EP3 in the house to map, and it's had a standard power run, and it's made 206 brake horsepower. Yes, you can see it. It's got a Dynodaze induction kit on it. It's also got a Jap Speed 4-to-1 manifold, which we fitted today, and we've also fitted a second-hand 2.5-inch Cobra exhaust system cat back. So, so this is the stage that it's at. So now it's time to do a bit of tuning. So Richard's gone to get what he needs to get, and he'll be back in a minute. I hope, because if he leaves me here on my own, I don't know what would happen. There's a great big fire extinguisher at the door, Richard.
There is indeed. I saw that.
I've not seen one there before.
Well, you'd be grateful of it if there was a fire.
Oh, absolutely, mate. Absolutely, absolutely. How you doing?
Clearing ECUs. I'm going to put a base file on.
It's a bit Thursday-ish.
It is a bit Thursday. It's been a bit of a weird day today. I think it's been a bit of one of them. It's been a bit and bobbing, isn't it? We've done the manifold this morning, and then the customer decided we were going to change the exhaust because he wasn't happy with it.
Yeah.
We weren't happy with it. He wasn't happy with it. So he's shot off and gone and got an exhaust.
Did across county to get himself an exhaust.
A manifold and induction kit, and then it's come back. We put the exhaust on. Now we're mapping. We've done another map in between. So
that's right. We did a fabulous FN2 in between, didn't we?
A bit stop and start, but nonetheless, we've
had a few cups of teas.
Yeah, we've had a couple of cups of tea, so that's not too bad, is it?
Right, so installing a base file from where we could start from, and then it's time to send it. Camera can't see that.
No, I can't see it. It's obstructing our view though.
EP3.
Yeah, EP3.
Cool,
yeah.
Blimey, this one about blew me away, mate.
Yeah, Dad loved it. Some good flames from this one.
Yeah. Joke's not bonfire night.
Yeah, I think Dan covered it and ran over most of it earlier. It came in, we fitted a Jap Speed 4-to-1
Jap Speed 4-to-1 manifold available on the website.
Yeah, so we fitted that for the customer this morning. We noticed that obviously the midsection was still standard. The customer believed, because he'd looked at the back box, that he'd got a complete, say, spoon rep exhaust on it around 2 1/4, which is fine. You know, we'll map on that, no problem. But then it was a standard exhaust going down to 42mm on the bends. We advise the customer that, yeah, whilst we can map on that, we don't expect the car to really make any power. It's a good few hours away, good sort of 2.5 hours away from us. He didn't want to do another 5-hour round trip for a map, which is fair enough. So we fitted the manifold. We fitted the Dynodaze induction kit and obviously refitted his standard exhaust back to that. He managed to find a Cobra 2.5-inch system, relatively local, about 40 minutes from the unit.
So he went and got it.
So he disappeared and ran off and got it.
We mapped an FN2.
Yeah, it was a second-hand unit, but nevertheless an exhaust. So he shot off and went and grabbed it. We mapped an FN2 in between, quickly stuffed the sandwich down, and he was pretty much back. So we fitted the Cobra system and then put it on the Dyno map. So all in all, I think a good day, a good salvage day out of it. You know,
actually sounds really well, that Cobra system. Just it's 2.5 inch.
Also, you know, thanks to the customer for taking our advice on board and obviously being, you know, willing to go and quickly grab another exhaust.
But the results that he's got now from this map that we've just completed speak for themselves.
Of course, and if you're looking at the fact that it would be a 5-hour round trip and another day out and all the rest of it, it's got to be worth the money of going and quickly trying to grab something in it.
Absolutely.
I mean, there could have been nothing available, and that would have, you know, that would
have
been the end of that, wouldn't it? But you know, he's got something available, so he went and bought it. Mapped up nice as we expect. Standard inlet manifold, so I expect to make around the 230 mark. We made bang on 230.
Yeah,
I was near as damn it. Some pops and bangs, and customers over the moon.
Made 53 brake horsepower in the mid-range.
Yeah.
You're not getting that on the standard exhaust system.
No, and just bearing in mind that when we dynoed this car originally at 206, that was with all the modification which we fitted today. So obviously that was removing the standard manifold, the standard cat, and the standard centre section, and it did have an induction kit, but a cheap eBay type deal. So we removed that as well. So
the peak gains of just over 20 brake horsepower, all map.
Yeah. So they're all map. It wouldn't have been, obviously, again, this car would have had less power. So physically, what we're seeing on the graph, the customer's going to notice and be over the moon with. But for how this car probably felt when it initially came here this morning,
night and day.
It's going to be tremendous, I would imagine.
To quote Nicky Gower, night and day.
Night and day. So, yeah, let's have a look at the graph.
That's it. Let's have a look at the graph. Okay, so red line is prior to map, blue line is after, and as you can see, here's this, do excuse my dirty finger, here's the 53 brake horsepower gain in the mid-range that you can see. Extended the rev limit to 8.6, lower the Vtec, and we've got this great big punch in the mid-range, like I say. So good gains there. Yeah, he's going to have a lot of fun with that. He's off to have a cage fitted, so his 230 brake horsepower will certainly move him along. 190 at the wheels, and yeah, another one in the bag, Richard.
Yes, certainly is.
Is that the end of our day, or what?
Sort of potentially. I believe we've got a bit of an all-lead coming from the
EK
mapping that people are going to love for sure.
Yeah.
K20 on throttle bodies.
Yeah, some people have seen sneaky peekies.
Sneaky peeks. Yeah, so that car's not been run, in fairness, so we are ironing out some issues that we took it off earlier, and then we mapped the other car.
Yeah, so if you're waiting for this EK on throttle bodies, we're just ironing out a few problems that we first.
We're ironing out. I think that it may have a leak from one of the gearbox shaft seals. We're going to have a quick look at that before we go home, so that's on our list to do. And we're going to whip the plugs out the supercharged FN2 and clean them.
Yes, okay, so we're not going home is what you're telling me?
No, we're not.
Right, I'll get the kettle on. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the video, guys. Like and subscribe and all that jazz. I've been Danny at Dynodaze. He's Richard Ellis, because he always is. And we'll see him on the next one, won't we, bro?
We will indeed.
We will indeed.
say it again. Life moves pretty fast.